We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos.
What's up, what, baby?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Oh, Aaron Jones. This motherfucker just hurt Aaron Jones.
Line of scrimmage. Now
oh, this.
And the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll step aside and get a report.
You hear me, TT? This nigga just hurt Aaron Jones.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm still gonna run that ball with Corey Dillon, dog. Oh, there go my partner. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to hear no shit talking now. Yeah, there go my partner. Hey, they keep saying they beat us by a lot, even though they did beat us by a lot. But
so if they're up around 24, 28,
hey, I just
Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Nah, y'all cheated.
This one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Hey, look, that's how we felt against y'all.
Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now. As this
yeah. Now you got to drop it before.
And a short kick taken.
Your brother killing me, bro. He on pick 6 me and everything.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Number 22.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake. Murray. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 27-yard line.
Oh, I don't know whose that one is. I didn't have that one. I had a red one.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his
Hey, I like
mind,
that Trey
and
Hand shit. That shit fun.
Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Yeah.
25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Darnell Savage on the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but it'll be second and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. 70 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Escape. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he's got Rome. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 77 yards.
77. First down, Green Bay.
A real field flip.
Oh,
there.
man.
All of a sudden, they've got a first down in the red zone. They run again with Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On second and very short, Murray. This is caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josiah DeGuara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Jones. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
14-6.
He had a defender right there with him to force that to the
He hurt
ground.
Aaron Jones.
4th down now coming up. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal.
Damn, that pissed
They'll
me
put
off
it down
here,
right at the
Aaron.
40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer.
Both of y'all niggas childish.
Definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run now with Dillon. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Dillon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time.
I like this boy Dillon, boy. I like this boy Dillon.
Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
He just ain't got the speed as Aaron Jones.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
This should be a touchdown, right?
To throw, it's Murray. Touchdown, Packers.
Murray's pass.
Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where
Hey, man, I don't know what your brother's doing, but he know how to get back here on these goddamn field goal blocks. I don't know what the hell he doing. He getting closer. No, he getting close. It's like, I know that square button is popping up. That's how close he is.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard
Partner. Where's my partner?
Denver offense at the line, ready to
You
go.
childish.
And
You tried very, very hard. You sounded like the same person.
You know, you put something out there, you give them yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Oh, yeah, Kenny Clark. Kenny, if you get back there, you better tackle that bitch, nigga.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not your brother. I'm trying to hurt his running back. He hurt my running back. Shit, so I'm trying to hurt somebody on his team.
He goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Good ass play, boy.
He's tight end fan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He was trying to find
what trade was it?
That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off
tight
and
end,
run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Looking for
Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
It's only 21-6, bro. Going into 3 minutes left in halftime. You said keep it close. I didn't even hear you say keep it close. But he hurt Aaron Jones, so I ain't got no respect for this nigga.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now.
You hurt Aaron Jones, bro.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes
I was just tapping buttons. I don't remember. I gotta look after the game. But I know he ain't in the goddamn game. I know that.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Nah, I'm just messing. I ain't gonna run it off. Your respect
Once again, they'll come
for you.
up on the 26-yard.
He actually doing good, man. He don't punt. Dude don't punt. He really don't, bro.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything,
right?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 17-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Smith catches left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Coming up at halftime.
Hey, bro, it's only funny because he said, he said, hey, you supposed to punt that man.
Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the pickup of
Aaron
5,
Jones
here's
is in the
2nd
game.
and
He
5.
ain't hurt. He ain't hurt.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
What the fuck, man?
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Slant to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Murray now on 1st down.
Oh, wrong button. Stupid.
Complete. Jefferson the target. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. On the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the 1st half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 2nd half starts with a run by Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The 1st half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
Oh, see, I told you this shit is crazy, bro.
Short field as they take it in for 6.
I don't know what this nigga is doing to get back there. That nigga is, he inches away from blocking it every time.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
Jones pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray from midfield. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On on 2nd and 7. Jones. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Hey, they're scared. 54.
Off play action. Jones. Oh, he'll air this one deep for It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open. Became an easy touchdown pass.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing
Jerry
at
Jeudy
26
just caught his
points.
first receiving touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens
Oh,
here, and he's
almost
past
ran
the
a quick
30.
return back.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And the Packers are in for the score. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats. So that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
8-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Out quickly to Jeudy. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
14 yards. It's 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 54. Bring it.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Dillon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Murray now. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Packers.
Now a carry for Dillon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Green Bay.
Back to Dillon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Goddamn, he got hurt too.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. Given 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy, because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. He do so.
Punch you in your mouth. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they will take a knee here.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
45 the mic, 45 the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And that's an